Well, it is Christmas Eve of 2022. There's a lot happening in the world, and I apologize for not posting any reviews lately. Obviously, with Christmas happening tomorrow, there's a lot going on, so hopefully I'll be back to my review routine soon enough. But one thing I wanted to reiterate tonight is on this channel, I devote my efforts to supporting the party line, as it were. If the government says get vaccinated, I say how many. I'm there to do the things that need to be done for freedom. I don't hate freedom. I love our overlord. And on that note, I've talked about this in a previous video, but I just want to bring this up again. I think tonight this is very important because there's no telling what could be happening in houses, all over the landscape right around me, for all I know. And that is there's a really insidious conspiracy going around. It's the Santa Claus conspiracy, the Christmas conspiracy. And I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I mean, they're all ridiculous on their face, but some people do, and they're very destructive. And that's why I thought tonight was a really good night to attack this particular conspiracy theory. It goes something like this, that Santa isn't real. Now, think about that for a second. I don't know, any of you might have gotten swept up in the anti-Santa hysteria, but think about it for a second. If you have, then I'm talking to you directly. Step back from your anti-Santa rhetoric for a second and think clearly. Think rationally. Think, how many people would it take to pull off this Santa conspiracy, this idea that Santa doesn't exist, that's all a bunch of parents just, running around at night, setting out presents. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. You think if that was true, by now someone would have talked. Think about what a huge news story that is. I mean, any one of the major networks could have taken that and run with it by now. But no, they haven't. And you know why? Because Santa's real. So I want y'all all to think about that when you start getting tempted to fall into this down the rabbit hole, as it were. That just think about the manpower required to pull off this conspiracy of making people believe that it's not actually Santa. It's actually just all these individual families doing this. All the malls are in on it. All the parents are in on it, even divorced parents that don't get along and hate each other's guts. They somehow manage to cooperate in the Santa conspiracy. And all these people all over the world participate in this conspiracy. Even NORAD, allegedly NORAD, finds time out of running the defending the skies over the United States, over the entire North American continent. But somehow they play along with the conspiracy just for the night of saying that they're tracking Santa. Now think about what makes more sense, that all these people that hate each other, can't stand each other, all come together to perpetuate this hoax on the children of the United States, or maybe Santa's real. And when you say, well, they all find these ways to slip packages in, or maybe Santa's actually magic. So it could be, this is where Occam's razor comes in. What's the simplest solution? Maybe Santa exists, maybe he's magic. So you can either look at it one way where you say every mall in the United States goes out and finds some guy that has a beard and tells him to have kids sit on his lap, or maybe Santa's real. Just something to think about. Hey, blonde kid, come here. So, is Santa real?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, Exhibit A, Santa is obviously real. Because why wouldn't he be, right? Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. So there you have it. From the mouths of children themselves who understand the nuances of things like this. So, tonight, I want you to watch out, be on guard for that. And when you start hearing that anti-Santa rhetoric, shut that down at its core. Don't tolerate that. That's the last thing that we need as good citizens as global citizens, is people trying to say that the whole Santa thing is just a whole bunch of grown-ups that are playing tricks on kids. That's really subversive and really hurtful to our children and to their trust. So anyway, something to think about tonight. As again, I'm going to be tuning in for to check NORAD to see where Santa's at here in a little while, because again, I'm not one of those deniers, Christmas deniers. So I'm going to tune in and find out where Santa's at, and I encourage you all to do the same. And again, if you are one of those people, shame on you. Shame on you. Unsubscribe right now. Do not follow this channel if you're one of those Santa deniers that's pushing the Santa conspiracy. So all that said, Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a great night. And again, I'll be back on the reviews soon enough.